All right, we're good.
All right. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We have started these Ruby Zooms on Mondays, and they are so exciting. Every Monday, for an hour before we do this, I'm just doing this number. I can't wait to talk to these teams. So I'm so glad that you made it a priority. It's very important for your business. And what we want to do is put you into action mode. We want to get you moving ahead because who on here has goals? Raise your hand if you have goals. Yeah. Who on here wants to be in a different place 1 year from now? I do. Yeah. So that's the purpose of this. We want to set you up for success. So as the leaders of Team Wellness, we look at our teams online in the back office, and we notice things about different teams, like how many people you're bringing on, if those people are staying active, all sorts of things we can see back there. And so we want to pour into you tonight what we believe that your specific teams need. Isn't that wonderful? This is for you. So I'm going to start tonight by focusing a little bit on kind of a lacking mindset. You might hear it called poverty mindset, and the other girls tonight will probably touch on this in their own way a little bit. But I want to talk about how we present what we have to our potentials. So you might not even realize that you are holding this lacking mindset within yourself, but when you are talking to potentials about what we have to offer, they are going to notice it. So what I want you to ask yourself is, do you feel like you ever need to apologize for the price? Do you ever feel like you have to somehow make it be okay that our products cost this much, even though you're a little bit hesitant about it? And, I know it's a lot, but really it's so good for you if you just would give it a try. Do you feel like you're presenting like that? Like there's always a reason that somebody shouldn't because of the cost of our products. So one reason or one way that we present this to people is when we are continuously talking about the 60-day money-back guarantee. Now that is an awesome feature that our company gives us and lets us take advantage of and use. But let me ask you this. Do you understand the value of our products and the value of long-term use of our products if you are constantly finishing every sentence to a potential with, but there's a 60-day money-back guarantee, but you can take advantage of that 60-day money-back guarantee. If you're not completely happy and you haven't seen all the results you want to after 60 days, you can get your money back. What does that say to them? That says to them, these products probably aren't going to work. And so I'm going to just set myself up to write it on my calendar right now. 60 days from now, I'm going to be done. Now, even though we have this wonderful option of the guarantee, I want you to think about what it's doing for your business if that's how you're presenting it to people. Something that I've noticed with my business coach is this. People come in, they try the products for guess how long? 2 months. And then they don't order anymore. Then they turn their convenience order off and they're done. Do you think that is A, beneficial for them, B, beneficial for your business, or C, beneficial for our company? None. It's not beneficial for any of those things. So I would like you to change that mindset around to, instead of feeling like our products are expensive, just that word from your vocabulary, chuck it out. Our products are valuable. Can you make that change in your mindset so when you are talking to potential, you are telling them the value of what you have to offer them? There is no need to bring up a 60-day money-back guarantee. If there are problems down the road, sure, bring it up. But when you are talking to someone, you guys, we hold awesome ingredients. And we hold awesome ingredients that are changing people's lives. So if you can make that switch in your mind from feeling like you always have to have that on default, I have to have the 60-day money-back guarantee on default all the time. Two, I know what I hold in my hands. And as I present it to someone, I am going to build the value up immensely, because there is no reason that people will need the 60-day money back guarantee. We're going to ask them to try these products for 6 months. Period. End of story. If after they've tried them for 6 months and they have had 0 things happen positively, which won't happen, then we tell them, you know what, there's a 60-day money back guarantee. You can get your money back on your last 60 days. But that's not even brought up at the beginning, okay? Can you see that mindset shift that needs to happen? I hope so, because we want success for your potential. We want success for your business, and we want success for our company. We don't always want to be defaulting on that 60-day money back guarantee, okay? So that is my little mindset shift training for you tonight. So I think Monica's going to take over from here.
Yes, I am. Hey guys, so I also have something I want to talk to you guys about relating to your mindset. And one thing that this is actually kind of what brought up the idea of doing these Zooms. As we were talking, we have seen this pretty common, and that is that we have these money mindset issues, these hang-ups that can really stop a lot of people from pursuing the business and from going all in the way that they could and perhaps should be going into the business. So it's just that mindset issue of believing that wanting to earn more money than you need is wrong. And I see this over and over again with people. It presents itself in a few different ways, but what I see a lot is, for one, with brand new ambassadors. And so even if this is something that you don't feel you struggle with, it's important to recognize it and be able to, talk your ambassadors through it and recognize it when they're dealing with it. So with new ambassadors, I see this often. So many people come into this business saying, I don't want the business. I'm just trying to get the best price. And sometimes that's for real, but I think a lot of times it's really just that people are afraid or even ashamed to admit that they are intrigued by the business. They're ashamed to admit that they want to earn more money. And so sometimes they'll get past that to the point where, okay, I'll try to earn enough to cover my products, or maybe I'll just try to get to gold and make a little extra money. But then I'll see often with even ambassadors that have been in this for a little longer that they're capping themselves, and they are ashamed to say something like, I'm going for jewel, or I'm going for emerald, or I'm going for diamond. Like, that really scares people. And they feel like they're doing something wrong by going for that. And I just wanted to talk about that a little bit tonight. Honestly, that's something that I struggled with too. I struggled with it when I first joined. I still remember being a little bit, there was a lot of different fears, but I think this was one of them. The idea of, what are people going to think of me? They're going to think that I'm money hungry and greedy and selfish. And then I for a long time felt like, okay, if I could just get to emerald, I'd be pretty happy there. I don't need to go all the way to diamond. And I have definitely changed my mindset on that. And I'm hoping that I can help you guys see it a little bit differently tonight too. So first of all, the main thing really is that we think that we're being less selfish by not going for the top, by not going for diamond. We think we're being less selfish, and maybe I think in Christian circles we think sometimes we're being more godly that way. And when in reality, I really believe that is a lie from the devil himself, because he doesn't want us to pursue this, especially if we have the right motives. I mean, we're not the type of people he wants to have money, right? And so he can trick us into thinking that it's selfish for us to go for more. But really, when we cap ourselves, we're actually being incredibly selfish, because all we're doing is thinking about our own needs, our family's needs, and that's it. Okay, so not only are we capping ourselves, we're capping God, because we're capping, we're not thinking about what God can do with that income. We're just thinking about what we need. And nobody really needs a diamond income, right? But what could God do through you with your diamond income? And if we just say, I just need to get to Ruby. Ruby is going to get my bills covered. It's going to give us a little extra. Maybe we can save a little bit for vacation, give some to our church. Who is that leaving out? That's leaving out all the people around you that, and all the ministries around you that could use that money. And it's also leaving out your team that got you to that point, your team that got you to Ruby. It's our job as ambassadors to be helping our team members to reach their goals. And if you decide that you are going to get to a certain level and you're just going to camp out there and be comfortable right there, you're not going to be helping your team members to reach their goals. You're not thinking about them and their goals. It's impossible for your team to be hitting their goals if you're staying put and if you're capping yourself and saying, well, I don't need that much money, so I need to stop working now. So I think that we just need to realize that, God has bigger things in store for us than what we can even imagine. And obviously, he's going to do what he's going to do, whether we're cooperating or not. But by capping ourselves, we are really limiting ourselves, limiting the way that God can bless us. And I think that we're really just kind of cutting ourselves off from some really amazing things. And so I just wanted to challenge you guys tonight to rethink money and rethink your money mindset and realize that money is not bad. Money is just going to magnify who you are. So if you have good motives, it's glorifying to God for you to want to multiply his money. Wendy posted this today, but just the idea that there's nothing wrong with multiplying God's money. He's honored by that. There's the parable of the talents. I'm not going to, tell the whole parable, but I think it makes it really clear that God does not want us to sit on the blessings that he gives us. He doesn't want us to just try to hold on to them and not lose them. I really believe that this Plexus business is a blessing from God, and the income that comes into our household every month, I believe, is his money. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with me trying to continue to multiply that. And same with your business. He gave it to you. You need to do what you can with it. Do your best with it to multiply it. And that's going to honor him. And I think you're going to be amazed at all the things that he has in mind for what he can do through you when you continue to multiply that for him. So that's what I had to share tonight. Next up, we have Wendy, and I think she's a little bit on fire tonight, so I'm excited to see what she has to say.
Oh, gal, when am I not on fire? Right? That was so good. You guys both hit some really good points. I think I can kind of wrap around a little bit. I love that Berthy talked about the over-talking of the 60-day money-back guarantee, how we use it as an out. And I'll just say, you guys, I really feel like people who use that 60-day money-back guarantee is really just validating their fear that these products aren't going to work for their customer or their ambassador. Just think about that. We speak things over ourselves all the time. And so if you're speaking over the 60-day money-back guarantee, why would anybody have any results beyond that? Because you're already capping them at 60 days. So be really careful that you're not validating a fear that you're afraid that these products aren't going to work for them. Another thing, talking about the money, I lived in poverty. You guys, God met our needs, but we were really, really, really poor. And I found that I didn't think of myself that way ever, but I certainly had a lot of circles of people who had the same type of mindset. And the words that we used a lot were, I can't afford to, I can't afford this, and I can't afford that. And I think that's something that we just say by habit. Whether we think we can or we can't, it's something that comes very loosely off the tongue. And I don't know why we think we believe it all of the time, because isn't it funny the things we can afford? How many of us are walking around with probably like $1,000 phone and doing business from it? Quite a few. A lot of us probably have some level of cable or other things. And anyway, I just want you guys to be really careful on really believing that trap by who you're encircling yourself with, because I was with a lot of those people, and you guys want to know something? Those people still say the same things. They're still living in the same way. They're still complaining about the same things, and they don't have a business, and they've been taking Plexus maybe for 4 years, and they say the same thing. Their opportunity is right there, and they say it. So what am I going to go on to that about? Okay, so I get a little bit fired up when I hear the word wholesalers. I absolutely 100% do not believe that we should ever, 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 ever cap any person who comes into our organization as a downline as somebody who's a wholesaler. A wholesaler is somebody that has not been inspired. And if you call them a wholesaler, you have not created a vision for them. You have not given them the opportunity to see what these products can do for people's health. Are you putting your wholesalers in the gut health and happiness group when they become a customer or a wholesale ambassador? Are they going in there so they can actually see the results that people have? They can actually see and hear testimonies that people have. They can actually get on an online event every single Tuesday night and hear somebody's story. Because I really think people that are wholesalers, according to a lot of us verbiage people, they're uninspired. And the same thing with the business. When I hear somebody say to me, none of my downline want to work the business, says so much more about you than the people that you brought in. It says so much more about you because it says, I don't know how to create vision. I'm insecure of myself as a leader. I don't really know if I want to do this business. I really don't think that I have anything to offer these people. I'm not sure if these products are going to work, but I'm going to tell them about it anyway. Hey, I just made $25 off of them because they bought a $100 welcome pack. I mean, for real, selfish. Selfish. Every single person that I bring into this business, I see as either a gold, a senior gold, a ruby, or a diamond. I see them already up there in a rank, because if I can't see it for them, how do I cast the vision for them? If I cannot see them as a gold, how can I talk them to their way to gold? If I can't see them as a diamond, I mean, do you guys ever look at your people and go, I could see you as a gold. I can see you doing this all the way to ruby. Let's make it to ruby and then keep going. When Kristen first talked to me about the business, I didn't want to do it. But you know what she said to me? You could be a diamond in this company if you wanted it. Have you ever said that to anybody that you brought in? Because all people want, they're just under-inspired. They want inspiration. They want hope. They want to have something better than where they are, and they can have that. Basically, inspiration will cover attrition. Okay, this is a really big deal. If people are inspired about the business, about the community, about the culture, about the results, about the products, about their health, if they have all of that covered for them, why would there ever be attrition? So I really want to think, how can you inspire the people that you brought into this business as a wholesale ambassador? How can you inspire them to see things differently now? And what causes somebody to be inspirational? Think about who you follow on Facebook that inspires you, and post like they post. Somebody who's not posting, and somebody who's not on team pages, and somebody who is not engaging in chats is invisible. And if people can't see you, why the heck would they ever follow you and do what you're doing? They won't. So please don't ever say, none of the people I bring in will do the business, because that's not them, that's you. And inspiration will cover all attrition. So go out there and inspire people to see what we have. Rachel Anderson, you're up.
Amen. Amen, amen, amen. Oh, everybody, thank you so much for sharing that. as we listen to each other, I'm sure, like me, your brain is going 1,000 miles an hour, and you're maybe thinking about all the ways you failed at your Plexus business. You might be thinking about, boy, I've really sucked at this. And I want to tell you guys that we don't point things out. We don't share stuff with you to make you feel shame. What we want you to do is to come into a place where you can see areas for growth. You can see areas that you can inspire people better, that you can brand yourself better, that you can become coachable, that you can hear your upline, that you will surround yourself with people who are going to build you up, who are like-minded, who are ready to run this race with you. And I will say, while Wendy was talking, I thought about, who do you surround yourself with? Who's whispering in your ear all the time? And they say that we become most like the 5 people that we're closest to. So if the 5 people that you are with the most complain, grumble, don't believe in you, don't believe in what you have, they're negative, they're judgmental, they're narrow-minded, they're closed-minded, they have that poverty mindset. Oh my goodness. Doesn't that just make you feel kind of yucky? I kind of need a shower now, just thinking about that. And what I want to encourage you to do today, if you're feeling discouraged, if you're feeling like a failure, is first of all, stop it. And second of all, change what's going on in here. Because what happens in here comes out. If our heart is feeling discouraged and shamed, we're going to act that way. But when we have a mindset shift, I need to say that very carefully, then what happens is you start to present yourself as a successful person. You start kind of breathing positivity, breathing life over the people that are around you. And what does that do? That creates success. First of all, when it happens in here, it comes out here in what we do. And in the meantime, you are attracting now people that are positive, people that want more for themselves, people that are sick and tired of being stuck and they want to do something about it, people who say, I don't want to be like this. I see what you have, and I want to make some positive changes for myself. And guys, that's what it's all about. It's inspiring people to do this better. And if we can't inspire you to do this better, we have failed as your leaders. But I have goosebumps right now because I know walking out of here, if you believe us, if you believe that what we're saying to you is true, or maybe you want to believe it, maybe you don't believe it about yourself yet, but your upline sees it in you, borrow her belief, grab onto that, write it down. Do you see in my window back here, all those Post-it notes? Those are my affirmations. And when I kind of think I suck, I need to evaluate what's going on in my head. What am I putting in my head? What am I putting in my heart? Am I spending time feeding myself spiritually? Am I spending time feeding myself with knowledge? We never stop learning. Theodore Roosevelt, when he passed away, they found a book under his pillow. He never stopped wanting to learn. He never stopped reading and listening to lectures and hearing smart people around him. He didn't need to. He was an old man. He had succeeded in everything in life, but he never wanted to stop learning. And when you pour into yourself, you pour into your business, you pour into your team, into your customers, into your relationships. And that's where the beauty really begins in this business. So I hope that you believe me. I hope that you believe Ruthie and Wendy and Monica, and what we are saying to you has extreme value. Be coachable. Hear what we are saying and put it into practice. And I promise you, a year from now, you are going to be successful. You're going to look back and say, oh my goodness, there was a call that happened last year before Thanksgiving. It changed my life. And I think each one of us as Jules can remember that one call, that one meeting, that one Zoom that changed everything for us. And we've given you the tools tonight, ladies. I opened a big old toolbox. We all put something in there just for you because we see that you do have what it takes. Plain and simple. That's it. I want you now to get out there, get into the 7-day training. What is that group called? I wrote it down and closed my notebook. Hold on.
7-day biz training party. It starts in 3 minutes.
Yep, 7-day biz party. If you are not in that group, get on Team Wellness, find the link. It's been posted several times. At 8:30, Amber's going live, and she's going to knock our socks off. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for taking time tonight, guys. We love you. We appreciate you. Get in that group. Go. Be gone.
Bye, guys.
Good night.